Welcome to the breakdown, episode 485, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. Let's go. It's sunny outside. Ain't no time for complaining. I gotta move this back.
Time to take a chance to fly, feeling like I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares call, you can't deny. Better find a place to hide.
Let's try that. Hopefully that's a little bit better, man. All right. Y'all see the suit? This shit is worth more than people's lives. Got the green suit on, representing for Pepe. There you go.
Take a chance to fly, feeling like I'm 10 feet high.
Welcome to everybody who's joining in on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Rumble, on X, formerly known as Twitter. Hopefully we'll have Instagram and TikTok up soon. These APIs are crazy, bro. Maxi, this is green. It is green. You might need to check your eyesight. You might need to go ahead and check your eyesight. But hold on, there's one more theme.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
Damn it. I gotta pay for this, man. You know what? I gotta pay for this goddamn fucking YouTube shit.
Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get a dog right now. Everybody worry about the crown being. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a PI, kind of time we on. Jump roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do S class. I'm like, boo, you must ask. They pull
you suffer with DDS.
It's like a whole lot class. Hit the gas. I'm on that shit. Short like up, and I walk that shit. When I'm up that shit, I'ma start living reckless. Get that bag, I'ma walk like this. Yeah, I'ma walk like this. Hit that lane, I'ma walk like this. Walk in the spot, but they all get lit. So they won't flow, let me talk my shit. Every song bang, but they drop in hit. Said on the man, post got no miss. Over your head, next time, no slip. Play your part, better read that script. Yeah, I'ma walk like this.
Yo, shout out to Maxie. Apparently she got married. Shout out to Maxie, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm steady focused on money now. I'm trying to count to 100 down. That's daily. Gravy pay me. M's and M's, no Slim Shady. Make a count going so crazy. Still live it up when I'm over 80. Flying, I'm hotter than Hades. Middle fingers up to the walls when I hate me. So I'm a fire in them up like a drought. Everybody lying for a little bit of clout. Stay making moves like I'm trying to sell a house. That's how it be when you're raised in the South. Mama always said that this money be the death of me. Money can't buy you happy, but I never seen a sad man ride in a jet ski. Time will tell who the greatness be. First it was hate, now they dropped my steez. Took small sips, now they drinks on me. Commas in the bank, that's all I need. Business first and chill after. Set to cruise, but not the actor. Work hard, let the money stack up while y'all broke like a stress fracture. My God.
All right. We are good, man. We are good. Yo, hold on. No. All right. Cool. We're good. Good morning to everybody tuning in to the Breakdown, episode 45, sponsored by Gemini, powered by Gokhshtein Media. My name is David Gokhshtein. I am the founder and CEO of Gokhshtein Media. That's right. Let's give it some horns. Let's give it some horns. Holy shit, man. Muscles are just getting... I'm talking to myself. All right. Yesterday, I had a conversation with a socialist / communist Big Unk. We talked about Trump versus Harris. Talked about policies, to which we obviously saw who won the debate. That was me. We know who won. I made my points, man. I rewatched. That's the first time that I watched a replay of the show, because I don't watch the replays of the show. I never do. I never watch the replays of any of these shows. And that was the first time yesterday that I sat there and watched that specific segment of me and Big Unk going at it. And I was like, he's not like he is well trained like Kamala Harris, avoiding the questions. By the way, Big Unk, I went and looked at how many people have had their student loans paid off, and it's not 41 million, it's 4 million people. 4 million people in the last 3.5 years have had their student loans paid off. You can look at those stats. They come straight from the government. Not made up. Not made up. Who's going to pay off? I mean, like, y'all want to pay off some of these loans? How is it fair for somebody who went to school? How is it fair for somebody who went to school, took out loans, paid them, and continued to pay them after the fact, paid them off, and then they watch people who didn't finish school get their loans paid off? Like, it is, I gotta tell you, it is the craziest motherfucking concept. I will take out a loan, attempt to go to college, not gonna finish it, you're gonna pay it off for me. The definition of socialism. And you know where that money comes from? That comes from people who work. The money to pay off those loans come from people that work. Myself, you, others who work. Yeah, that comes out of your paycheck. That money isn't just, it's not just printed out of nowhere and it disappears. No, it comes right out of your paychecks. You are paying off somebody's loan. Congratulations. I'm sure you guys have all dreamed of a day where you can finally get on your feet and make a great salary only to pay off somebody else's loan. God bless. God bless. By the way, it was proven true. Cats, dogs, geese, ducks are being abducted in Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, animals are being stolen in Ohio. And you have illegal immigrants eating them. No, I didn't mean to hit that sound button, but it is true. It is true. It is true. And it's crazy how the media did not acknowledge it. And they refuse to still acknowledge it. I mean, by far, that was the craziest shit I ever heard during a debate. I gotta say, as much as I love Trump, when he said that shit, yeah, I started laughing. I thought it was, I mean, it's not funny, but the way he said it, I don't know, man. The way Trump says things are just like, the delivery is fucking hilarious. I don't know, man. Trump speaks the truth. That's what I love about Trump. I love Trump because he says it with no filter. It's not scripted. He's not rehearsing for weeks. He comes on stage and he lets you know, man. He lets you know what time it is. I'm just laughing because I'm thinking back at what he said during the debate when he said like all these cats and dogs are being cooked. I'm losing it now. I lost control. How can you not vote for Trump? How can you just not vote for a man who wants to clean up the economy, make it right again? I'm just like, I'm sitting back here like bewildered. Completely. With the remarks online, you guys are voting for your party. You're not voting for the land, as I say. Like, you're not voting for change. Like, you want the same thing. You want exactly the same thing we've had for 12 out of the 16 years under the Obama administration, because that's what it is. All this is an extension of the Obama administration. That's it. 12 years of this. How do you guys like being underwater? I see in a comment here, somebody says, well, somebody needs to help somebody. What was it? What was this comment? And this is what I'm going to show you. This is exactly my point. Somebody said, oh, well, people need help in this economy. The definition of socialism. You know how we can go ahead and help people in this economy? We create real jobs. Like real jobs. Not only government jobs, but retail jobs. That's how you create a thriving economy, okay? Because some people cannot get into state and federal jobs. You need to have a college diploma. You need to have a lot of stuff to get into a state or federal job. So not everybody's going to be able to go ahead and get one. That's why there's retail. And we don't have enough retail jobs. And that's why there are people that are sinking and drowning. It's that simple. And people are like against deporting illegal immigrants. Why? They're undocumented. They're out here committing crimes. They're here illegally. Imagine if I went to a different country and just said, you know what? I'm going to become a citizen of your land. I'm going to place my ass on your land and your tax money will go towards me. Do you know how fast they would kick my ass out? Try that shit in Russia. See how it plays out. Go to Russia. See how fast jumping across their border works out for you. Jesus. Jesus. That's all I can say is Jesus. It's the only thing I can come up with. Hold on one second. I had a fight. I've been literally in constant battles on social media about this topic, especially ever since I talked about it on this platform. It's just weird how people can't recognize that it is bad for the United States to take in 15 million plus illegal immigrants. Not only does crime go up, but you have a bunch of undocumented people just running around, and our tax money is going towards keeping them alive. That is a big deal. We can't afford to help our own people. Yeah, we're out here helping people that haven't done anything for our country. They have jumped over the fences. They've came onto this land illegally. Like, what is being said that is so, how dare you? Like, what is being said that's so, like, jaw dropping? No, this is reality, ladies and gentlemen. Comes out of your paychecks. Raise your hand. Like, if you're willing to pay for everybody, then pay for them. Pay for the people that are crossing this country illegally. Why do we have to pay for them? Why do I have to go ahead and my tax dollars, why do they have to go to illegal immigrants? Why can't my tax dollars go to people like our veterans that serve this country, protect this country, come back here and get a VA card? I say this all the time. They don't get anything else but a VA card. There's not a job waiting for them. Why aren't we focused on them? We're sending them to all these proxy wars anyway. Why aren't we focused on them? Why aren't we taking care of our homeless people? Is there something that, like, am I not privy to something? Am I just not privy to, maybe I'm not privy to the situation. Hold on, I need to turn this light. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank myself, being the producer of my own show. This conversation about Trump, Harris, all this stuff, it shouldn't be like a really, it shouldn't be toxic. We should be able to talk about these conversations like adults and shake hands and be on our way. Like, it's so tough because everybody's so stuck on their party. I've already said it so many times. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if it was just, hold on. Sorry, Leslie is claiming to be an illegal immigrant. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. I have no clue what's happening. Hold on, I'm getting on a guest regarding this topic. Why is my shit blacked out? I can't see myself. What has happened? I can't see how good looking I am. This is fucked up. And I can't see myself here. Anyway, I thought we can have an intelligent debate. I thought we can go ahead and call it for what it was. ABC, like I said yesterday, did a horrific job. Literally did a horrific job. Terrible. Everybody's even acknowledging it. CNN came out yesterday and said that they did a terrible job. Terrible. By the way, what I just said about Leslie is true. Leslie is literally walking back from Mexico, and that's what she wrote to me. So that is not something that I just made up. Leslie just said that she's walking back from Mexico. I'm just more concerned about Leslie's safety than anything else. That's really it. By the way, Leslie is the COO of Gokhshtein Media. I was just concerned. She sent me a text message. Again, was very concerned about her, not being abducted or something in Mexico. That's it. Hey. I have a guest coming on, who I think you guys know or have seen on X at least. Not X the drug, but X the platform. Let me go ahead and send off the where the hell. Okay, so 12:30. At 12:30, we will bring on this person. And I just want to ask him some questions. He is very knowledgeable. Some people will say it's one-sided. I don't think so. I don't think so. Sometimes you might think the truth is one-sided, but it really isn't. If you really sit back and you think about a lot of this shit, it really isn't. It really isn't that one-sided. By the way, before we go into politics, everything is fine with the market. I feel like the market will come back, like I've stated in the past, for weeks upon weeks. The market will come back. The market will be phenomenal. We haven't been in a bull run yet. Once the bull run starts, you will see $10,000 green candles pop off on Bitcoin. They'll be greener than my suit. And we'll be fine. I really do believe we will be fine. We go through this every cycle. People always question themselves. Every single cycle, there's questions, people questioning whether or not it will pop off. Are we done? I think, again, we are in the disbelief stage. And this is right before we send. I really do believe that'll happen. And you'll see it on the charts. We will see it on the charts. We have institutions in the game, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many times I have to say this. You wanted institutions, you got them. And once the institutions come to play, this is what happens. It's that simple, man. Institutions come in to play, and this is what you get. This is what you get. That's it. You need to go and embrace this. Surround yourself with people that know what the fuck they're talking about. Literally. Surround yourself with people that don't make back call after back call calling for a bear market. Surround yourself with people that actually read the charts correctly, acknowledging that they're not right all the time, but this is their theory and their thesis on why the markets will react the way they react. That's it. It's very simple. Right now, I'm in the stage of accumulating. That is right, accumulating assets. That's what I'm doing. Okay? I don't know what you're doing, but that's what I'm doing. By the way, I just want to see if my video is working, because it feels like it isn't. Hold on one second. And I hate this. Now it's distracting me. Oh, no. Okay. No, actually, no. I look so sexy. I have to run for president of the United States in 2028. I do. Oh my God, I can represent this country so well. Clean, well-dressed, beard is on point. Like, look the part. I don't look like I'm 60. Hopefully, I can get out of office still with black hair. No dyes involved. No hair club for men. No, none of that stuff. By the way, I was freaking out about Leslie. Leslie told me she was going to Mexico. I was driving. I had to stop the car. Leslie told me she was going to Mexico, and I was like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" And she was like, "Yes, I'm crossing the border." And I thought she was going to get kidnapped. Like, I really thought she was going to get kidnapped. But I'm happy that she made it back home. I'm happy that she was allowed to cross back into the United States of America. Congratulations to Leslie. She has a passport. Congratulations to Leslie. She has a passport. Let's give her another round of applause. Another round of applause. Welcome to the Breakdown, episode 485, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. My name is David Gokhshtein. I am the founder and CEO of Gokhshtein Media. Shout out to everybody who suffers with DDS. I will explain what DDS is on a later date, but shout out to everybody who is suffering with DDS. I hope the symptoms aren't as severe as they seem or as they look. I hope I hope a cure is created. I hope there's a cure that comes out and that helps a motherfucker. I really do. All right. By the way, sign up to Gemini, trade $1,000 in cryptocurrency, get $100 in Bitcoin. Who doesn't want some Bitcoin, right? Who doesn't want some Bitcoin? I think we all would want to add in some more Bitcoin into our wallets, right? But again, I think crypto will be fine. I see the markets as healthy. It's just the institutions know how to play this game better than we do. We are merely, checker players, and they are a bunch of grandmasters that will run circles around this entire industry. No matter how cocky you think you are, how smart you think you are, how much money you think you have, it doesn't matter. The institutions triple the amount of resources that you have, the IQ, the AI they use. They are steps, and I'm talking them not a step, but like multiple steps ahead of the game, period. They are multiple steps ahead. So again, what are we going to talk about? Am I going to sit here and just be repetitive and talk about everything's going to be great? No, you already heard that. If I said it, I meant it. That's it. I already see like a lot of assets that I hold going back up. So it's not an instant boom, man. It's a slow climb. And I've noticed with this particular bull cycle, it has been a slow climb. There has been one instance where obviously Bitcoin did rally hard. It did rally hard after a few weeks after the ETFs were kind of approved. They rallied hard before the halving. So that was cool to see. But for the most part, it's been a slow climb, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with slow. I'm fine with delayed gratification. I'm fine with that because I don't want to go up. I don't want this market to start going parabolic and go to all-time highs within like 24 hours. That would be scary. That would be a time to panic. If the entire market just went parabolic within a 24-hour period. You guys need to learn some patience. You guys need to learn how to sit back and relax. You guys show no patience at all. You guys are jumping from one asset to one asset to one asset to next protocol, that protocol, this, like you're chasing and you're destroying yourselves in 4K in front of everybody. And then you're complaining. You're complaining about people in this space. You're complaining about the influencers, the KOLs. Bro, the KOLs and influencers are not the problem. You are. You're your worst enemy out here. Like you make decisions, not them. They don't hit the buy button, you do. I don't listen to one goddamn KOL or influencer. I don't care. If you're easily influenced, that's you and that's your personality. Nobody can influence me into getting into anything. Zero. Apparently, there is no cure for DDS. Tammy hit me with the 411. There is no cure for DDS at the current moment. But if there is one that is found, we will update. We will update appropriately on this channel. I'm just saying we will do. Damn, what is this? LinkedIn has expressed and requested my expertise on a certain subject. I'm telling you, man, you tuned into the right channel. You tuned into the right channel. Hold on. I need to check something. Okay. Boom. Okay. But yeah, everything will be fine. Okay? Everything will be fine. And I'm that serious. You know what? I want to run for office. That's probably the craziest thing you can do in your goddamn life is run for the Oval Office. But I honestly, like, that would be really cool. That would be so cool, man. That would be. I'm already tested. I get trolled all the time. I mean, like, I'm already battle tested. I'm out here in these streets, bro. How many people from New York? Hold on. There have been a few people from New York that have actually become the president of the United States of America. I mean, if the guy in El Salvador can do it, I mean, why can't I? It can't get any worse, right? Can't get any worse than what we're going through right now. No? Am I lying? I'm just saying. By the way, I will be on the street today doing an interview about, I guess it's Bitcoin again. Check out the Bitcoin. There've been a lot of web. I hate saying Web3, but a lot of Web3 Bitcoin, traditional market interviews that I've done with the street. You can check that out. The articles are out there. Shout out to the street. Do have a partnership with them along with G Media. The street / the roundtable. Go check out the articles that they're pumping out. Really cool. We'll have more things to talk about. Hopefully, right, Leslie? We'll have more things to announce in the near future, which are really fucking cool. Talked about that Crying Cat. I want to touch on Crying Cat and Bobo real quick. I love what the cats and Bobo are doing. Shit, you saw how I played with the words just now? I love what the cats are doing over there with Bobo. The community in Bobo, honestly, has gone to a different level. I can say that with a straight face, no lies detected. The Bobo community is fierce. They're coming there. I am telling you, people who are sleeping on Bobo's community are really missing out. And I do believe Bobo will be, in my humble opinion, in my personal opinion, will be a top player to fuck with when it comes down to looking at CMC 3 to 6 months down the line. It will be top 10, in my humble opinion, on CMC. I'll touch on Bobo later. And I don't even know why can't I get wrecked on Rek Takashi? Why won't you come on my telecast? Why are you the only person that avoids coming onto the show? I am a huge fan. Okay. I feel honestly, I feel like the kid who's at the stadium holding his favorite player's jersey, trying to get it signed, and as his favorite player walks by, his favorite player just continues to walk by. And I'm just like holding the jersey like, man, this is my favorite player. And he just walked by. Didn't even say hi. It sucks, man, and it hurts. Just want to let you know that it sucks and it hurts. By the way, Leslie just informed me that we are official media partners with Token 2049. That's right. Leslie just informed me that we are official partners with Token 2049. Official media partners. There you go. G Media always doing big things. Love seeing it. And that is right, ladies and gentlemen. I am a fan. I'm a fan of Rek Takashi, but apparently he's not a fan of mine. But it doesn't matter. I will continue to represent with the rest of the cats in the community. The passion for Bobo will never die. Rek Takashi will not make me leave. I don't care, Rek. You don't want to come onto the show, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care. By the way, did anybody see Biden put on Trump's hat? Biden put on a Trump hat. Trump 2024. I am telling you, everything here, 2024, I didn't expect a lot of shit. I didn't expect this on my bingo card. And I am telling you, man, do not be surprised if Biden turns heel and endorses Donald Trump for president. They pushed Biden out of office. So if Biden says, you know what? I'm voting, I think you should vote for Trump. Oh, Lord. Would that be the ultimate comeback for, you know, if I'm Biden, I would be that spiteful. If I'm Biden, I would say, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, the people of the United States of America, I'm switching up. Vote for Trump. That is right. Vote for Trump. We might have our disagreements, but Trump is the best candidate to lead the United States of America, and he will make America great again. Oh, my Lord. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that happens? He would destroy. If that ever happened, he would destroy the Democrats. It would be panic. MSNBC would go full liberal out in these streets crying. Oh my God, I'm here for it. We need this plot twist. We need the plot twist to happen. We need Joe Biden to say, screw you. You didn't let me run a second term. You thought I was nothing but a placeholder. Vote Trump. Oh my Lord. Biden, please. Biden, win me over. You can win me over. I swear to God, Biden, you can win me over by just coming out and saying, you know what? I love Donald Trump. And I think you should vote for Donald Trump. Yeah, oh my Lord. I would lose it. It would be the greatest show ever, man. You couldn't write a better show for Netflix, for HBO. I mean, this would be better than Game of Thrones. This would literally be better than Game of Thrones. If Biden came out and said, we're going with Trump, that would be something. I got to think of which season of Game of Thrones that I can compare that to if that were to happen. Yo, literally, you could take it as he gave you a hint yesterday, right? He gave somewhat of a hint when he put on Trump's hat. Who would put on Trump's hat? If they really didn't like Trump, right? And they didn't really have any sort of agenda, why would Biden put on Trump's hat? We need to think about this real quick. Why would Biden put on Trump's hat? Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I think what Trump said during the debate, I think there's truth to it. I think Biden doesn't like Harris. I don't think he likes his own party right now. I think he doesn't like the fact that he was forced out of the race. I still believe that he thinks he can get the job done, and he was forced out. And I think him putting on the hat, I think him putting on the hat, that meant something. Think about that. This ain't no conspiracy theories either. If I'm beefing with Trump, if I'm Biden and I'm beefing with Trump, I would never put on Trump's hat. I don't care if it's just being playful. I would never, ever put on Trump's hat. Never. But he did. I'm telling you, watch. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. It will happen. I'm going to call it right now. Hold on. Shit, man. Welcome to the breakdown. Sorry, got a lot of text messages going on. We're bringing on a guest that you guys probably have seen on X. I said that obviously we're going to go heavy into politics. We'll be reporting politics. I love politics. I love, of course, talking about politics and getting all sides. Getting all sides and getting their viewpoints. But speaking of viewpoints here, let me bring on this gentleman because I follow his account on a daily basis. I listen to him. Got a lot of great takes. Nick, how's it going, Nick? You're muted. I don't hear you.
I don't mute the mic. Here we go.
Going on, Nick. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely appreciate you having me. I just got back to DC. Actually, just pulled off into a conference room to. I wanted to jump on your show. I got back from Philadelphia. I was actually in the war room with the Trump team throughout the entire debate. They weren't allowing. ABC denied pretty much everybody's access to the debate except for a few core team members. And it's like they were working so hard to make sure that they were the ones controlling the narrative and that nobody was going to get in their way, which is, why we ended up having to, instead of going to the debate, we had to go to a hotel room or a conference room down the street. It was really irritating. But I'll tell you, man, that was not a debate. That was a propaganda session.
Were there others in that hotel with you guys, or it was just you and your team?
So what's funny is it was the Trump team. We had to do that kind of last second, right, to book a conference room and decide to have our war room there instead of the actual venue. But that also happened to be the same hotel that Kamala Harris was staying in. So it was littered with Kamala people, Kamala herself, Doug Emhoff getting heckled in the lobby. And they kept trying to walk past our war room. And we eventually locked an outside door so that they couldn't keep peeking in. It was the weirdest thing, but they got everything they wanted out of this debate and more. I mean, if you ask me, I think the biggest and most credible conspiracy theory is that she got the questions in advance. I don't know if you heard this yet, David, but Lindsay Davis, the co-moderator of this debate, was actually a sorority sister of Kamala Harris. I mean,
I heard that and I was amazed. And
why didn't we know this before?
I feel that okay, so let me get your take before I give you my thoughts. What did you think? Obviously, fair perspective, what did you think about the debate? Like in general, 90 minutes of this debate, what did you think?
I mean, to be totally honest with you, I don't think that this was a home run in either direction. I think that it was probably, there could have been Kamala definitely could have done worse. There's no doubt. But the bar was set so freaking low that it's tough to imagine that she would even, do that. She had to pretty much not be a corpse. You're comparing her and her performance to the performance of Joe Biden. And
right.
Joe Biden looked like he was about to stroke out on stage. So, it couldn't possibly be that bad. So anything better than Joe Biden, anything better than that performance for the Democrats was going to be considered, at least in their minds, a W.
I said the same thing. I'm like, you had the first performance, Trump versus Biden. Trump, I think Trump did very well because he could have attacked Biden, but I think he let Biden, bury himself during that, debate. Biden, I didn't understand any. I mean, I'm not even trying to insult him. I just didn't understand anything that Biden was saying during
Right.
that entire debate. I think, CNN. I think CNN, and I don't watch CNN, but I think CNN did a great job moderating. Like, I mean, from a scale,
Which
but,
is crazy to say. I mean,
Right.
it's crazy to even think that that's possible.
Yeah.
All of a sudden CNN is looking reasonable here. They were calling out Kamala last night. I posted a video of it actually, where Jake Tapper was like, she just dodged every question. The very first question out the gate, she dodged it on the economy. She doesn't have an answer. It's a pre-canned talking point that she's been repeating over and over and over again in this back room for weeks to make sure that she doesn't forget it, because it's all part of the script. She didn't answer any questions.
And that's what I said too. It's just like, I think so. Like CNN, I mentioned, I'm like, man, like compared to what ABC did, which I think like that needs to be looked at. ABC, I really do believe it was 3-on-1. I don't like, I know people say, oh, you're a Republican and you're voting for Trump, and that's why you say no. Like, I'm watching this debate, they're attacking him. At least that's in my eyes. I watched the debate twice. They literally attacked him, fact checked him, stopped him, paused him.
Mhm.
With her, like, they asked her a question about the border. She talked about her upbringing. I was like, what is this? Why aren't you stopping her the same way that you're stopping Trump? Make it fair for the American people. Make it fair for those who are on the fence on whether they want to vote for Trump or for Kamala.
Right, and they spent time. They instead of asking about or letting Trump speak about the fact that he was shot on stage, almost assassinated. Instead of letting him speak about that, they said, "Oh, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that." Mr. Trump, you questioned whether or not Kamala was black or Indian. The American people don't care. They don't care. I mean, I don't care. I mean, that was such a waste of time, a waste of a question, and it almost seemed like at this point it was like ABC would ask Trump, "Trump, why are you terrible?" And then he'd give a question, and they go to Kamala like, "Oh, so why is Trump terrible?" I mean, that's what we watched here. It was a propaganda fest. And quite frankly, I don't think any Republican ever should agree to do a debate on ABC ever again. They've proven themselves to be a propaganda arm of the Democrat Party. Why should we be subjecting ourselves to that? We need actual fair moderators that weren't sorority sisters with Kamala Harris. That would have been a good start. That one little detail that they left out.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Who do you think would do it? So, like, if you look at the polls, because everybody kept on saying, well, David, aren't you watching the polls? Polymarket has, Kamala beating Trump now during this debate. You have polls on Twitter which show that Donald Trump is winning over Harris. Who do you think would be a good moderator to go ahead and actually sit down and moderate these two individuals, Trump versus Harris? Where do you think that should take place, the next one?
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to be totally, of course, I'd love to see somebody like Tucker Carlson do it, but that's just never going to happen, right? And Tucker Carlson is he's a commentator. He didn't even call himself a journalist. He calls himself a commentator, and that's fine. Like, I'm a commentator.
Yes,
that's what I do. I think that some people that would be the most fair would be what Fox proposed, to be honest. Like, Brett Baer is I know him pretty well. He's a very fair guy. He's critical of Trump at times. But he's definitely critical of the Democrats. Martha McCallum is pretty good as well. But throughout this entire thing, my pick would be Megyn Kelly, because Megyn Kelly has been a debate moderator in the past. If you remember back in 2016, she asked a pretty tough question of Donald Trump that a lot of people said was unfair about comments on women and stuff. So she has a history of being very super critical of both sides. And if you saw the way that she was hitting back on ABC's handling of this debate the other day, you can tell like she knows this stuff. She understands how to moderate a debate. I think she's learned a lot since that debate in 2016. I didn't really like her question there either, but she would be a good one as well. I would make that argument that I'd love to see Megyn Kelly do it.
I would agree. I think she's grown. I don't know. Like, I think she's grown in the past few years, and I think she would hold it down. and she would be fair to moderate that debate. Speaking of the election, what do you think happens here? Is Trump winning right now? Is Trump winning, or are we going to go by the polls that are coming out stating the opposite? That I don't even know how Harris is. These polls that I've seen showing that she's even or she's ahead of Trump. I don't know where they're getting this and who are they polling exactly? Because everybody that I speak to, I get it. I'm a Republican. Okay, great. But like I do talk to Democrats and independents, and they're leaning towards voting for Trump. So I don't understand where are these polls coming from.
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know anybody that's ever gotten a phone call asking, I mean, most of these are done by phone, right? They call your phone and, your cell phone or landline, wherever they can get a hold of you. And then they ask you a bunch of questions. And one of them happens to be, they don't just call you and ask you Trump or Biden or Trump or Harris. They're asking you other questions as well. But like I said, I don't know any. I work in politics. I've never met a single person that's gotten a phone call from any of these people. I don't know where they're coming from. It looks like a lot of times that they oversample Democrats for. I don't know if it's because they're unemployed, sitting at home, and have nothing better to do than take a survey. I don't know, but
Yeah.
If you look back in 2016 and see where we were at this time, and you look at the numbers at this very time in September of 2016, he was down so much more than he is apparently down right now. I mean, and those numbers were before the October surprise, which was, when NBC leaked that Access Hollywood tape, where you would imagine that the poll numbers would dip a lot more. But if the margins stay where they are right now, even if it says that Kamala is up by a few points, that's going to be a W, in my opinion, because the polling proved to be super inaccurate in 2016. They haven't changed anything. It's all conducted exactly the same way as it was before. And I still think there is that stigma, even nowadays, of normal, everyday Americans are afraid of retribution for coming out and publicly or even privately saying that they want to vote for Donald Trump. I still think that stigma is there.
I think you're right on that. And here's another question. Do you think they're trying to get her? I know she's not winning. Like in my head, I know she's not winning.
Nobody likes her.
Say that again?
Nobody likes her. She's not I mean, come on.
Exactly.
She's the least popular vice president in U.S. history. I mean, that's not changed.
I feel like they're trying to prop her to the point where she's just close enough to where, I will say it, where they're going to try to do something on the night of the election. Like I just feel it in my gut. What's your take on that? Whether you or not you want to speak on it, I understand. But like, for me, I do believe in that. I still question 2020.
Yeah, I definitely, I think that, I think we have learned a lot from 2020. It's just the thing that worries me, and I'm just speaking candidly here, is yes, while the RNC changed up earlier this year, where you have Michael Whatley and Laura Trump running the RNC, and they're trying to do as much as humanly possible. They put together, thousands of lawyers across the country, tens of thousands of poll watchers and such, and they've done it in a very short amount of time. But Ronna McDaniel, the previous RNC chair, which should have been ousted years ago, in my opinion. I mean, all we did was lose under her, whether it was from voter fraud or from just because she's not effective at creating any sort of ground game. I think that we're not going to see the wide scale issues that we saw in 2020 because where a lot more voters are wide awake now. They're watching. It's going to be much, much, much more difficult for them. And they're not going to be able to do it under the cover of COVID. So at least not yet anyway, unless they try to pull that card again.
The mosquitoes in Massachusetts with the EEE virus and all these things, like they start triggering PTSD of 2020 when the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
I would have loved, Trump to come out. He ended the debate well, but I wish he started with that in the beginning. Like that's what when I was watching the debate, I was like, I wish he just would have slammed her with that. And I wish he would have kept his composure, but I also understand him as well. I'm from New York. He's a New Yorker. I get it, man. Like 3-on-1, he's trying to smack somebody. Like he's taking off the gloves. Let's go. But I don't know if he even needs to debate her anymore. She needs it. That's why they came out so fast saying, let's have another debate. I don't think they believe they won. And she said nothing. You said it earlier. I mean, like, anybody could have gone on stage and looked great after Biden's performance. I mean, anybody could. What did she say? I try to look nothing. Her policies. Why didn't they check them on Project 2025? Nothing was checked.
Of course not.
Zero. Everything was allowed for her to go ahead and just say these random things. And you have people who actually believe in anything that mainstream media comes out with their narratives. They go ahead and believe this shit. And number one, I don't believe he should give her another one. But if he does, I think he should have the same approach as he had with Biden. Let her go ahead and dig her own grave and be calm about it. Don't take off the gloves. Just do exactly what you did, and obviously have fair moderators that allow, obviously both people to go ahead and speak, both allow time to go ahead and convey their message and articulate it, and, not have things done which I believe were probably done in the back scenes where she probably was given the questions by her sorority sister,
Yep. You've heard her speak candidly before. She can't go 30 seconds without saying something stupid, right? It's in a low stress environment where she's talking to a friendly reporter on the airport runway before she's getting on Air Force Two. She can't even handle that. So you're telling me that she's got an audience of 60 million people, and this is a make or break for her, and she doesn't screw up. She doesn't, like, there are no sound bites, of her sounding stupid. It's all pre-scripted. She already knew the answers to the questions or what they were going to give, or at least how to skirt around them without being called out for it on a wide scale. And that's it. I mean, if they would have thrown her a curveball, if they would have, and if you notice, the moderators were able to block Trump from throwing a curveball at her, right? They were able to do that. They were able to keep them to the point where he couldn't hit her hard on certain things that would trip her up. Anytime that he would try to do that, they would just cut him off. No, we don't have time for that. We have to move on to the next topic. Kamala, what kind of ice cream do you like? I mean,
Exactly. Oh my God. Nick, I know you're busy and I appreciate you for joining the program. Hopefully we'll have you on during this entire, next 60 days or whatever it is. What is it? 55 days left? Whatever the days are left, hopefully we can get you on one or two more times here to go ahead and talk about, what's happening here and how close Trump is to go ahead and winning this election.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to, Dave. Appreciate you having me. Yeah, there's a lot going on in DC up here right now, so I'm running around all day, and now I realize that I've been running around with bad hair, so that's great. But anyway, we'll keep at it, and like I said, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Nick. And I will post Nick's Twitter account. Give him a follow. He really does have good insights. Thank you, Nick. Good luck in DC, man.
Appreciate you, man.
That's Nick. I will give you his stuff. I'll give you his links. Tune into him. He does put out some fire content. I do actually go ahead and tune into his stuff. I have him on notifications. Welcome to the breakdown, by the way, episode 485, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. I think everybody sees it for what it is. I know. Everybody's like, why don't you bring on a Democrat? Well, they're invited to come onto the show. Anybody who's a Democrat is invited to come. You're invited. You can come on here and we can go ahead and have a discussion. I allow everybody to have a mic. This is not one where, like, it's only a Republican kind of thing. Like, no. I would love to hear a Democrat come on here and tell me their thoughts about the debate that happened between Trump and Harris on ABC. We'd love to hear your thoughts. So would the people that tune into my channel. So would the people that tune in to all the networks that we're on. They would love to go ahead and hear what you would like to go ahead and lay out on the table and articulate to the general public. MSM can no longer save you guys. Mainstream media can no longer save anybody. That is it. We are in the age where I can open up my show, okay, which gets more ratings than some of these network shows that go on with their narratives, okay? You got a show like mine where it's unfiltered. We can speak about all topics. There are no narratives. I have no narrative. No, here's my thing. I want the best possible candidate to lead this country. I want somebody who has balls leading this country. Okay? I want people in office that can fix this fucking economy. Okay? That support capitalism. Okay? Not some socialism shit. Okay? My parents came from a communist / socialist society. Okay? They ran away. They waited online, okay, and got into this country legally, okay? Legally, okay? They weren't a part of the 15 million plus illegal immigrants that jumped the fence, okay? They came here for a better future, okay? That's what they did. They came here to seize an opportunity in the United States of America. They were hard workers who pay their taxes and who love their country. They escaped communism. They escaped socialism. They had me not to have me go through what they went through. See, everybody takes it as a joke, like it can't happen in America. Yes, it can. It already has. It's just not official yet. We are living in a socialistic society now. And I can understand it because my parents told me about it. My parents told me about the living conditions and how that ecosystem operated. And I am now witnessing it. I see it. When you talk about 25% taxes applied on unrealized gains, ladies and gentlemen, that is socialism. That is not capitalism. We are supposed to incentivize the people that are creating jobs here. We are not supposed to slap them on the wrist. Welcome to the breakdown. Episode 45, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. My name is David Gokhshtein, the founder and CEO of Gokhshtein Media. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Nick for coming on to the show. Again, give him a follow. I already put his handle into the link. So on X, I have. I will do the same on YouTube, Rumble, LinkedIn, and whatever other channel we're streaming to right now. I will go ahead and put that link up for you guys so you can give him a follow. He does have good insight. If you're a liberal, you're definitely not. You're probably going to start shaking. But hey, listen, it's somebody else to go ahead and start shaking too. By the way, anybody suffering with DDS, I'm telling you, there is no cure, but we are working hard on providing one. Okay? There we go. We're working hard on providing one. I'm mind blown by the amount of people in crypto that want to vote for Harris. I'm mind blown. It's mind blown. It's crazy. I get Robert Kennedy Jr. before he, joined, Trump's campaign. I understand Robert Kennedy Jr. I have no problem with Robert Kennedy Jr. He's an old school Democrat. I think if he were ever elected president, if there was a world where that would happen, I think America would be fine. I think it would thrive. I think he would do a much better job than the current regime. But right now, I'm going to say this again. I want you guys to think about this after the show is done. Out of the last 16 years, 12 years, we've been run by the Obama administration. For 12 years, out of the 16, you see the results of Barack Obama and company. It's that simple. These are the results. These are the results of Barack Obama's administration. Plain and simple. Most of us don't care for wars. We don't want wars. We want a thriving economy. We want good relationships with other countries. We want our country to have great relations with other countries. Kaz, you make a point. The unrealized gains are only for billionaires. Why would billionaires? Okay, I'll take your comment here. Why should we implement a 25% tax on billionaires on unrealized gains? Why? I don't care. I am not a billionaire. I don't care. If I was a billionaire, I would care. Hold on, fuck this. I care in general. Why are we attacking people who are wealthy, who are creating jobs for people in the United States of America? It's weird. Why would we want to? That is not incentivizing anybody to start a small business or to grow a business in the United States of America. Plus, like I said yesterday, all that's going to do is billionaires will find ways to escape that tax legally. That means less revenue for the United States of America. That is bad. We need more revenue. We have a deficit that needs to come down. What are we doing? I don't care about, Jeff Bezos created Amazon, and Amazon has created multiple jobs, thousands, if not millions of jobs. Why would you tax? Why? They already get taxed. By the way, this whole thing that big companies don't pay taxes is bullshit. Why would we want to suffocate and bottleneck billionaires for creating jobs and for succeeding in a system that allows you to succeed or promotes or incentivizes you to succeed? It is weird to even speak about. If you were a billionaire, you should be taxed at the same rates as I am and others are. That's it. Just make a fair, Make a fair tax. Make a fair tax. Put out a really good tax. That's straight. Just get rid of income taxes. How about we just have a national sales tax? How much money would we bring in with a national sales tax? I need somebody who's smarter than me to go ahead and calculate it all up. How much money would we bring in if we just went with a national sales tax? How about we even do this? National sales tax, and then some sort of flat tax, low tax, give or take 2 to 4%. I'm just throwing numbers out here. These are hypothetical situations right now that I'm putting together, okay? Hey, don't hold me to it. Don't take these tapes and stitch them up and say, oh my God, no. National sales tax, and then a little tax that you pay at the end of the year, 2 to 4%. That's it. It doesn't hurt anybody. It's a tax that would hurt nobody, but it would bring in a good amount of revenue. Why don't we go that way? You hear these things. Kamala Harris said, I'm going to give money to homeowners, first-time homeowners. I'm going to give money here. Here's money here. That money comes out of our pockets. that money doesn't just magically appear. Inflation itself is a hidden fucking tax. And inflation isn't down. All these numbers that have come out stating that inflation is down, it's not down. I still go into the store and the numbers still remain the same. Inflation is still high. We've done nothing. We have done nothing to eliminate the national debt. We've done nothing to eliminate inflation. Okay? We've magically moved around numbers. That's all that has happened. They've even admitted it 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago that the numbers were off by 900,000. I think, what was it, 900,000 jobs? That it was off by 900,000. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. I don't give a fuck what side you're on. Democrat, Republican, Independent, purple, yellow, blue. I don't give a fuck. See it for what it is already. At this point, just see it for what it is. It doesn't smell good. It really doesn't. What the hell is this? Oh, whispers. Whispers in my ear. Whispers in my ear. Hold on 1 second. Then while you work. By the way, I talked about crypto today and I kept it short and sweet. Crypto will be fine. I'm going to say this again for all those who are scared shitless. Crypto will be fine. The economy will be fine. We will eventually get somebody in here who will do the job correctly. That's right. We will get somebody in here who will get the job done. Period and said and done. Period. You know, I like the fact that Nick came in here. Nick's in DC. He's reporting. I like the stuff that he has reported. I mean, let's call it for what it is, man. I don't know who the hell. Like, should I bring on somebody else, man? Hold on. I did bring on a freaking Democrat, even though he claims not to be a Democrat. And that's Big Unk. Big Unk came on here and, like, straight up Democratic vibes, bro. I have brought on more Democrats onto the show than Republicans. If we're going to keep it 100, I have brought on more Democrats than Republicans. That there are no lies detected there. I am definitely laughing on that. You know what? I want to bring him on. Let me see if he's hold on. Let me see if I can bring him on to finish the argument. Actually, hold on. Let's see if I can finish it with him. What is this? Okay, perfect. Hold on 1 second. So I gotta take a time. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Let's see if he's. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to do this. All right, get in here. Get in here. We'll finish it because if you think that I pussied out or something yesterday, that's not the case. That is definitely not the case, Big Unk. Okay, I didn't go ahead and pussy out. I definitely didn't run. And I'm going to be prepared because I'm going to slaughter you today. Be prepared, Big Unk, because I'm going to slaughter you today. I'm vicious today. I'm literally going to be vicious. Come on, Unk. Get your ass in here. Get your ass in here, man. Because I got to go. I got an interview at 1:30 with the street, okay? I got an interview with the street. I put on the green. I put on the suit that costs more than your life to go ahead and get on this. Let's go, bro. He's going to take forever, I swear to God. Yo, if you're not here in a minute, I'm done. If you're not here in a minute, I'm done. I'm done. Come on. Come on, Akil. By the way, while we wait for Big Unk to come on, yo, Shannon Sharp, I heard the tape. Oh my God, Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was going in. Shannon Sharp was going in. He was going in on whoever that was, whoever Michelle was. The rumors of Shannon Sharp being gay are now over, okay? The rumors of Shannon Sharp being gay are now done with because this man put in work for 4 minutes. Now, hey, listen, the 4-minute part, we can go ahead and talk about that another time, but he was screaming Michelle and Michelle was screaming him. So let's bring on Big Unk here. Big Unk, we got 10 to 15 minutes to punch each other in the face. I'm going to call you out on your bullshit. Big Unk, what's going on, man? You're live, but your mic's not on. You're either delayed, your mic's not on. Your microphone is not on.
You know, you think after all these years I'd finally be able to unmute myself. I'm not delayed. My mic is on.
Now it is. Your microphone is not. Man, you on delay, bro.
It's on. You know, you think after all these
You're on. I'm talking about. I'm communicating with you. You are probably on the move. Bro, go reboot your computer quickly, man. No. You got to reboot. Reboot, bro. Reboot. Reboot the entire system. You're on like a modem. You're on a dial-up modem. Big Unk, I see you in the back. I'm telling you, reboot your entire system. You are reporting live from Mars. Okay? Like it's a 7-minute delay. All I'm saying, I'm just putting it out here. Welcome to the breakdown. Holy, what is happening here? Nick was reporting live from a conference room with, I think, with less internet access, and his message was getting through. Let's see if we can do this again. Big Unk, what's going on?
Can you hear me better now?
Finally, you got. You know, that's what happens when you use a socialist connection. You use, what were you, tapped into the Obama phone? Were you using the Obama phone to connect?
You know, can I just say that the socialist program that built America, that built the American roads, that brought innovation, that actually innovated car technology. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, FDR, and your socialist programs.
Yesterday, you made a statement that was fact-checked by myself after I replayed the show. You stated that 41 million people have had their student loans wiped off, correct?
No, I said 41 million people had either student loans wiped off or reduced.
41 people.
41 million.
41 million, right?
Because they're either completely wiped out, reduced, or they got some sort of reduction.
I'm going by your words yesterday.
Okay, how many was it?
4 million. Okay?
4 million had them reduced, or somebody had wiped them off completely?
Everything. 4 million. It's a real stat, which you can look up since you love looking at government sites. Okay?
I am.
4 million. 4 million. That's it. And they couldn't get more done because ain't nobody in Congress wanted it to get done. Okay? Both the Democrats and Republicans. So that shit, I told you so. I told you so. Okay? Now type away, type away, type away. By the way, my program is very fair. I bring on Republicans. I bring on Democrats like Big Gun Care, who claim, though, not to be a Democrat.
I'm not a Democrat.
Here we go. See? But I bring on everybody. I bring on everybody. Everybody gets a microphone. Listen.
Here we go. David, here's my fact checker. Nope. I was correct.
$40
million they were either reduced with a one-time debit cancellation in 2022 under the plan between $10,000 to $20,000, and that was 40 million Americans. I did not say everyone had them canceled. It was they had them reduced and or canceled.
Yesterday that the bills to cancel off student debt were rejected twice.
And what I'm saying is okay, but
and
you know
only
what?
4 million people.
No, it's still 40 million people. It's not so David. It's not all the cancellation
of numbers. It's 4 million.
I'm giving you the numbers that I'm looking at. It's based on the 2022 cancellation.
Even at 4 million, I still have a problem with that.
It's let me ask 40 million.
Hold on.
It's still 40 million.
Let me ask you this question.
Did you pay a one-time debit cancellation of 140 million?
When you went to school, did you pay for your loans?
Huh?
When you
I paid my law school ones back.
No, I'm
undergrad.
saying,
I played football, so you know what I mean.
Okay, but when you went to law school, did you pay for your loans?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, somebody did.
Yes or no? It's simple.
I didn't pay for all of them, but I am. Yes.
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 Whether it's family or yourself, you paid off those loans, correct?
The loans have almost been paid off. I think I like.
But you have been paying, correct?
Yeah.
Akil.
Yes.
Excuse me, Unc.
Yeah.
My thing is that's how it's supposed to be. I pay off my loans. You pay off your loans. Everybody listen.
No, they don't. Not everybody. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'll mute myself. Okay, I promise. I'm not looking to argue with you.
Okay.
Because I won't change your viewpoint and you won't change mine. But here's my thing. If me and you decide to go to college, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we go for, additional education and we take out loans.
Okay.
We are making this decision to go to college to, obviously to up our vocabulary, obviously to get a degree in the field that we want to go work in.
Mm-hmm.
We are on a mission to make sure that we get the credentials that are necessary to go into the workplace, correct?
Some of us need them, yeah. If you weren't born in the Lucky Sperm Club.
Okay. Why should you or me have to pay for somebody who decided to take out a loan and then said, you know what? After a year, I'm done. I'm good. And they decide they're not going to pay. They're not going to pay. So now the tab goes to us. So I didn't go to the restaurant and I didn't eat there, but I'm paying for somebody who did go and eat there. Now that person can't pay the bill. That shit's coming out of my pocket and your pocket. Does that seem fair? It doesn't. And you know that's not fair.
So
you want to incentivize, and I'm going to leave it with this. I've always been big on incentivizing, right? And here's my thing. You want to pay off these people's loans? No problem. There has to be an incentive. Okay? there has to be some sort of incentive that benefits our economy. So if, let's say, somebody goes to a 4-year college, they pay their dues, they work, they do everything possible, they graduate, they get a job. They should be incentivized. They should have something given towards their loans. That I can fully agree with. But not somebody who quits after the first, second, or third year and says, you know what? Fuck it. Or somebody who even graduates and then doesn't even get a job and lives off the system. They should not be rewarded. That's like a participation award. There should never have ever been an award that's given out to everybody when you compete in a sport. First, second, and third. That's it. Nothing else. You don't get an award for getting in last place.
Top 8 All-Americans in the NCAAs.
I'll shut up. I gave you my thoughts.
Okay.
I would love to see you rebuttal that shit.
All right, I'll give you my rebuttal. David, how many times have we bailed out businesses and corporations and individual owners, small business owners? This is where we are at in our society right now, is that one of my young heads is texting me. I gotta let him call him back here in a minute. This is where we're at in our society. We have bailed out people. During COVID, there are billions of dollars of PPP loans that no one will ever pay back. There are small business loans that people will never pay back. There were more people that defrauded us during those PPP and loans during COVID than ever before, right? And here comes the bottom line. It's okay if you didn't receive what somebody else got, because the benefit is for the society as a whole. We need more home ownership. I'm tired of watching BlackRock take people's homes, right? So I need people to be able to afford a home. If you are taking 30% or 20% of your check and you're having to pay down this student debt that never goes away. There was an individual that I knew. She had taken out a $45,000 loan. 45, right? When she graduated in 2007, remember 2007, David, right? The collapse, right? We lived through 2007, 2008, rough years. She graduates with an undergraduate, realizes the market's not good, and says, hey, maybe I should go get a master's while I'm waiting for the market to rebound. So then she takes out another $30,000, right? She gets her master's degree. She's working full-time at a restaurant, doing what she needs to. She to be paying off that $95,000, that will take her 28 years to pay off that $95,000, 28 years. And that's giving up to about 30% of her check. While on the other hand, our parents, David, you and our parents, and it may not have been true for your parents and your family had come here later on, but you know what I mean? Like, there are parents who could afford college by working a full-time job and living off of tips, because college and tuition was at $500 a year. The inflation for college tuitions has exceeded thank you, it's 75, thank you, has exceeded inflation even. So when your parents when my parents were in school in 1978, 77, when they were going, I said, thank you, I made a mistake, appreciate it. In 1977, right, we're paying $500 to $600 a semester. That is now $12,000 to $15,000 a semester. And that's undergrad. Now, on top of that, you've got housing. And then if a student, and let's just be honest, the waitress job that pays minimum wage and they can live off of tips don't exist no more, flat out. So when we're saying we're saying going, well, I didn't have to pay back. I had to pay back mine, and that's not fair. I'm like, hey, man, life's not fair, but sometimes for the betterment of our society, it's good if we can eliminate some debt to encourage people to spend more in the market. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, but
is spending more, and it's because
you're not eliminating.
What?
You're not eliminating
They're canceling it. So it's almost like writing it off, man.
You're not canceling it. All you're doing is you're transferring it to individuals like myself and others.
They don't transfer it back to us, David. They're writing it off.
I'm paying a hidden tax because you can't just cancel it and just if that was that easy, can we just cancel the deficit that we're in? I mean, like, if it's that easy to just wipe it off.
All I'm saying is, David, is there's some people that, again, like one of the first definitions for this whole reduction thing was if you had a Pell Grant, right? I first off, it's hard as heck to get a Pell Grant, right? Because Pell Grant means that your family collectively makes, I think at the time, was making less than $85,000 a year, and that was weighing like if you had 2 children, 2 parents. Like, think about this. They said making $85,000 a year at one point. I'm just going back off because I'm old, right? So our numbers, it's like $85,000 a year is too much money that a family makes. And I'm like, wait a second, 85,000. What if mom and dad have a mortgage and there's 2 kids at home? You got 1 in college. 85 grand ain't nothing. But yet you're expecting that family to be able to do the $15,000 to $20,000 a semester, the $9,000 a semester. Even if it was $8,000 a semester, it's still a lot of money for a family that's making $85,000. A family making $85,000. That's tough. And so what I'm saying, David, is it's okay if somebody gets a benefit along the way to help the greater society. And I get it. A lot of people do not like that system. But for me, again, I go back to the old football jersey thing, right? In high school, every year you look back, you're like, man, those kids got dope jerseys. I wish I had that. Oh, man, look how cool their uniforms are. Look at that gear they got. Hey, man, it's called progress. Somebody will benefit from something.
But the benefit should come if you want to go down this road. The benefit should come with incentive. You cannot give out. You can't take away. Okay. Ultimately, if you cancel off student debt, it goes to people like myself and others to pay. That's what happens. To say otherwise is complete bullshit. We eliminate all this debt, but then I have to pay for it. Others, like myself, have to pay for it. It's that hidden tax. Just like inflation is a hidden tax.
We pay for corporate welfare in this country too.
But hold on. But when we bail out.
I didn't say bailout. I said corporate welfare.
So hold on. I just want to give you things.
Okay.
When we build out the automotive makers, right? The big 3, right?
Okay.
When we build them out to save jobs. It's not just saving the company. That company creates jobs, and those jobs are given to Americans. We saved American jobs by bailing out the big 3. It wasn't just saving the 3 automakers, but it was saving American jobs. When you eliminate all student debt, I guarantee you that there are people within that circle that are not even remotely thinking about going to work, finding a job. They're just like, great, the government did another thing for me. And they live off of the government. And those are our tax dollars not working. Now, if we have somebody in a situation where they went to college and they are working, I can understand some sort of incentive being thrown at that person who continues to work, continues to grind to be successful in this country that we call the United States of America. I cannot agree with wiping out student loans for everybody and just having people who are lazy as fuck sitting back and just reaping the benefits of our hard work. I will never understand that. And it can't happen. It's the same thing when people talk about UBI. Give everybody $2,000 a month. Great. You know what incentive you give people when you give them $2,000 a month? No incentive. They just know that we are getting a check every single month and we're good.
Actually, we both agree. I'm against UBI too. You know why I'm against universal basic income?
Oh my God. Oh,
You know
we
why I'm against it?
show with an agreement.
Yeah, we're in agreement, but mine's because corporations would then hike up rates for all of us. They know, oh, more money in people's pockets. Let's take that shit. And I'm like, nah, Mo, nah, you ain't gonna raise my look. Eggs already went up enough. I'm about to go buy me some hens and chickens and a couple of cock-a-doodle-doos, you know, because guess what? Some roosters, because I ain't paying for these eggs. They getting a little out of pocket with it. But corporate welfare to me, David, is different than that, right? The richest woman in the world is the heiress of the Walmart family, one of the daughters of Sam Walton, right? She's worth like $91 billion. And I think to myself, wait a second, Walmart is the biggest beneficiary of corporate welfare. You know why? 40 years ago, Sam Walton used to give stock options to his employees. They were able to retire. There was wonderful things. But as the corporation grew, they started to worry about, and they went public and they started to focus more on the capital. Their employees started to make way less. They did, and they went down to just a, hey, we're going to pay minimum wage. It was something like 58% or 62% of their employees were on welfare. They were getting food stamps, full-time jobs. That's where I say the corporate welfare is that these corporations have used the individual workforce and the government to subsidize, hey, they don't want to pay more, so then we have to pay for that. These are people working full-time jobs that qualified for food stamps. How crazy is that, David?
But that
you make that little that you qualify for food stamps with a full-time job. That's insane. And I believe
I will have
fundamentally
to check you on your stuff right now today, and there's no problem. But to me, Walmart has created so many jobs.
But they've created jobs that don't pay a standard living wage. And so therefore people have to get second and third jobs.
Wages are up. Wages are up, Akil.
David, I am telling you
that's down. The only reason why you think that wages aren't up is because
I didn't say what I was specifically talking about Walmart.
Hold on,
the largest beneficiary of corporate warfare.
Inflation plays into the mix, okay?
And we haven't raised the minimum wage. Alabama still has like a $7.25 minimum wage. That's what I'm saying, David.
It's time to go to Congress, okay, Republican or Democrat, and tell them to raise the wages. That's really it. But not to give out this UBI shit, which will not incentivize not one person to go to work. It will incentivize people actually to depend on the government.
And I just said UBI should not be a conversation right now. That is just not something that we can talk about.
Money should be set to the side for Americans that really cannot.
And remember, UBI came out of Andrew Yang, Vera Wang.
We see what universal healthcare does in Canada. Like I'm telling you, in Canada, universal healthcare does not work.
But universal healthcare works pretty well in.
It doesn't work here either. It's too expensive.
Germany. Whoa.
It's too expensive.
Whoa, David. It is.
We will save this because I got to go do an interview with the street. I promise.
Go do your interview. All I'm gonna say is, as a guy who worked on healthcare, right? So me and Tammy disagree on a couple things. So the $35 a month insulin cap is for people of a certain bracket. It's Medicaid, Medicare. It's Part D. So
not everybody has it.
I just said that, but guess what? It is happening for somebody.
Also, a select few.
David, everything's not for everybody. Okay, hold on. So if they talk about,
bro,
they hand out free condoms. Free condoms aren't for women.
I love you.
They give you a male condom.
Tomorrow, right? I would love to have you as a guest on tomorrow, so we can really dive deep into this shit, because I am ready to slaughter you in a debate.
And you love